Everybody to the Economic Development and Communications Committee meeting this afternoon.
I moved. Oh, sorry. Seconder? Yep.
Yeah.
So we've got to vote on it. All, anyone again? Oh, sorry, you're the chair.
Yeah. So we'll have to move someone, please, that I be the chair.
Yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Fox. And we co-opt Councillor, no? Okay. Apologies and leave of absence. We have apologies from Alderman Sexton and leave of absence from Alderman Thomas. Number 2, confirmation of minutes.
Move.
Yeah. Anyone against? All in favour? Carried. Number 3, consideration of supplementary item. We have one supplementary item. Order of waived outdoor dining fees.
Yeah, move.
Move. Thank you. Okay. Anyone against? No. Carried. Number 4, indications of pecuniary and conflict of interests. No. Transfer of agenda items. Number 5, no. Reports 6.1, passport to Hobart program summary. Would you like to speak to it?
Sure. So we have, through you, Chair, tabled a summary of the Passport to Hobart program, and we provided some details of the support and the rollout for that. I think the learning for us was that it was not as popular as our earlier program, and there's a number of reasons that we've assumed in relation to that. One of them, we think the key reason is that the COVID restrictions had been lifted, and that people were much more comfortable with going out and participating in hospitality businesses. We did not have quite the same level of businesses signing up to the program, and I think a learning and reflection for us, if we were to run any similar programs in the future, is we would look at how to make it less administratively complex for businesses. That said, we did have, I think, 41 businesses who registered, and a number of people who did redeem their Passport to Hobart vouchers. At this stage, we're looking at a range of strategies to support activity in the CBD, and we are certainly proposing to look at the learnings from this in the new programs that we're developing. But welcome any questions, and we'll answer them to the extent that we can.
Sure. Thank you, Jackie, for that. Any questions? Any queries?
Thank you.
Yeah. Councillor Fox, any comments? Thank you. Everybody in favour? Carried. Thank you. And that next item, 6.2, the Japanese Children's Day event summary.
Yes, again an update for Council on the programs that were run to celebrate Japanese Children's Day. We were unfortunately impacted quite significantly by the rain event that we had on the weekend of this activity, so we didn't quite achieve the attendance and the activation that we hoped for. We did, however, have very good feedback. And one of the projects that we are looking at doing is a slightly expanded festival next year, and looking to, I guess, deepen the connections between businesses and the activities that we run as part of the festival. So in particular, looking at things like Japanese food and Japanese restaurants. So again, happy to take questions, but it's a fairly straightforward report.
Any questions, any queries, anyone? No, someone would like to move?
Move.
Okay. Anyone against? Carried. Next item, Ellen, thank you. 6.3, international relations updates.
Fantastic. And again, a summary paper of activity, with the exception of the Japanese Children's Day festivals. We have a number of sister city relationships which are due for review and reconsideration. And we're proposing to come back and talk to the committee about those in September. We also just wanted to update the committee on some engagements that have been undertaken over the last period of time. There has been a productive meeting with Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade with regard to their Australia-India trade ambitions. We have also had a series of meetings in relation to Antarctic and opportunities there. We also held a productive meeting with the Ambassador of Finland, and there are some interesting opportunities to look at in partnership with Finland, and also with the Ambassador for France. And again, a fairly straightforward paper, and happy to take questions.
Any questions?
Yes, I do. You just mentioned that you're going to bring this back to a report in September. Look, I don't want this to sound inappropriate, but we have got an election coming up in October, and I feel that the old council going out in September making a decision, and then potentially a month later we've got a new council. You know, if Chair, I would ask that this matter the report come back, considering that the intent was September, the report come back after the election.
Very happy to work with that.
Can we add that into the
Can we have the
motion?
Yeah.
I'll move the motion with that included.
Okay. Anyone want to speak to that? Councillor Fox? No? Okay, I put that motion. All in favour? Anyone against? No, carried. Thank you.
Move the committee status to be received and noted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Carried. Questions without notice? Any questions? And supplementary? Supplementary item. Neil, are you going to speak to that?
Yes, I suppose this is an intention, I suppose, for the CEO to we waived occupation licence fees for the March quarter, which equated to a $65,000 fee. Now that all restrictions have been removed, we're proposing to reinstate the occupation fees as previously.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Noy. I in one way support it, but I would have liked that prior to us deciding to just scrap it, that we have a little bit of consultation with the THA. At least that way there we can say we've contacted the THA, had a discussion with them, and that the last thing I want to see is we make this decision, right, and tomorrow the THA says to us, well, you could have talked to us. So could I ask that this matter be deferred for consultation with the relevant stakeholder association, and the reports come back after that consultation. That's what I'd be asking for.
In invoicing, it might do, unless we're able to have a special before council.
A special before council.
Yeah, okay.
We're talking about 34 businesses that are impacted, just to reassure you.
Yeah, I understand, but a special before council gives us a couple of weeks to make sure that we don't get slapped. That's all, you know. So.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Anyone would like to speak to that? Councillor Fox? No, okay. Put that all in favour? Anyone against? No, carried. Thank you.
Move it to close, Mr. Chair.